Hello there, my name is Retro Lucky Talk About Animation, and today we're going to talk about My Adventures in Superman Episode 3. Now, I said it before, I'm not feeling as good as I should have, but I will make videos if I can. And right now, I feel good enough to make a video of Superman. Now, Episode 3, I have to say, it was good. It wasn't amazing, it wasn't terrible, it's just sort of things, it doesn't feel just right yet, maybe because it still is season 1. Season 1 doesn't matter how experienced you are, it's all about you have a good idea, but doesn't mean it can be completely well executed. Yeah, I feel that's sort of the problem. They're still figuring out how to balance a little things here there, like the mystery aspect, or the romance aspect, or the adventure aspect. They have a little clunks here and there, but the end they get there. They are getting there. Now they all start basically Lois and Kent and Jimmy sort of told not to search by Superman, just be interns, because they let the professional take that sort of scoop to get more information about Superman. But this is the part of sort of kind of went a little bit too, what's the best word? Kind of cheesy, over the top. It really makes sense. It was built for a young audience because this was pitched for Cartoon Network, not for Adult Swim. And you easily tell this sort of moment because they really went over the top, especially these new three characters who are basically the senior advisors. They're the professional reporters, and they're just so over the top that I can't really take it serious. Kind of throw me off for a second because of how flamboyant it really was till Jimmy, Lois, and Kent decided to get a different sort of scoop just to make sure to understand to take them serious. Like they don't want to stop. They don't want to be interns anymore. They want to be real reporters. But the only problem is Lois wants a Superman interview, but Clark sort of convinced Lois to get a different scoop. I mean, there is a big city. They have different scoops. They have a lot of things going on. During this time, the small-time crew trying to escape one of their friends in prison using a tech from the Suicide Squad or Star Labs to actually help one of them to escape. But unfortunately, this group are partly incompetent. They are not very intelligent. They keep using their real names. They keep focused. They're using technology they don't understand. I mean, this is sort of obvious. This kind of small team is completely incompetent and noobs, but it also makes sense to let them use the experimented weapons because anything goes wrong, the people who own this weapon understand to use it the more proper way or use someone who actually is more competent. But you can see what they actually could do with this technology. It's sort of obvious, but I have to admit this small team is kind of likable. They're dumbasses, but likable dumbasses you want them to root for. But yet they escape, use this technology, and trying to go the big time to steal a bigger bank, even that they're completely incompetent. I mean, it's sort of sad and funny to see this small timers try so hard and fail so miserably, but you feel they're being used, especially the weapons are kind of clunky. But besides that, they decided to steal the biggest bank on Metropolis. During this time, Lois, Jimmy, and Clark attempted to go to prison to interview the warden to get more information, but yet they don't allow them because they're interns, not professionals reporter, but Lois being Lois steal the passes of the professional reporters, and Clark doesn't feel right, but at the very end they sort of convinced them just to talk to the warden. Even the warden sort of questioning, who are you? Why you're not in the original group of people I talked a couple hours ago? A lot of questions that allowed them sort of to escape and also kind of interrogate the room with one of the prisoners Bestie stuck to. They figured out, oh, this is where they're going. They're trying to steal this. It may be being used by someone else. We just don't know. After that, it became sort of a normal Superman sort of episode that Superman went to stop the crooks using devices and save the day. But uniquely, Deathstroke was there just observing to see what happens. He kind of wraps that sort of kind of thing that Lois wants to interview Superman, and Superman or Clark finally decided, okay, fine, let's talk. Let me explain who I am. I don't know. Yeah, I love that sort of simple, I just don't know. Because in very end, he doesn't. He doesn't know who he is, doesn't know why he have the special abilities. He just being truly honest to Lois. But Lois being Lois, she thinks she's lying, he's not telling the truth, he just basically blowing her off. But once more, Superman is just being honest. But at the same time, Lois trying to figure out what happened to Clark and sort of disappeared and reappeared. But luckily, Superman was there explaining, yeah, he's safe, whatever. Continue on your miserable lives. But besides that, this episode was just fine. I mean, I did love the action because the action was sort of interesting because there's some point that Superman sort of figured out how to use his laser beam eyes, understand how strong he is, still sort of figured out how to fight, like what he can do when not can do, and yet he's not yet fully his best potential yet. But at the end, it's still enjoyable. It's to see how much things they must learn, especially the relationship with Lois, Clark, and Jimmy, because they keep doing very questionable things that can easily put them in jail, like Lois stealing passes to interview the warden and also going in the certain location they shouldn't have. Things like that, you could get easily arrested or fined, and yet they still do it. But I love it that Clark is basically the conscious of the group. Like, you sure this is a good idea? You sure this is not gonna blow your face? Because this is kind of risky, but sometimes you have to risk something to get rewarded or accomplish something. But yet, I do enjoy their dynamic. I do like how each one of them trying to get their own way to get information to help the team. And that's it's working on me. Except for the over-the-top reporters, hopefully they just chill about that, but I'm 100% you're probably not. But besides that, I did enjoy it to certain points. But yet, who knows, the next episode could be better, who knows, I'll make another video. But for right now, what do you think about this third episode? You like it, you hate it, you feel it got a little bad or worse? Tell me down below, let me know. I got nothing else to say, just thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye.